the rockets. These days, more and more rockets are falling from the sky. After one destroys Mama's garden, we pack our things into a small suitcase. Baba helps zip up my backpack, and Mama cries as she takes our family photos out of their frames. I hug her and say, "It will be okay." But I don't know if that's true. We stand in front of the house for a long time. Mama, Baba, and me. Baba has a strange look on his face as if he'd just bitten into a lemon. He locks the door to our home and puts the key in his pocket. Then he stops, takes the key out, and leaves it by the door. The walk. Baba leads the way as we walk and walk and walk. Sometimes we walk with others. Sometimes we are alone. We walk on hidden dirt paths and through thorny bushes that catch our clothes, as though they're pulling us back, saying, "Please, don't go." We walk under broken bridges and past the rubble that was once my school. We walk through smoky alleys and on roads so hot that my shoes stick to the ground. When a dust storm surrounds us, Mama pulls me close. She smells like fresh bread and soap and cinnamon. She smells like home. The docks. Finally, we've reached the water. The docks are full of people waiting for help, just like us. Baba finds a quiet spot under the docks, and Mama lays out a blanket for us to sit on. It's the same blanket we used the day we drove our car to the beach and raced to catch the waves. I took 2 handfuls of seashells home that day, the kind that change color when you hold them up to the light. I left my seashells behind, sitting in a row on my windowsill. I had to leave a lot of things at the home that isn't home anymore. By the docks, some people cry, some pray, but most sit quietly and look for signs of the boats that will take us far away. We can still hear the rockets screeching and whistling through the sky. Even from a distance, they make the ground rumble and shake, and my heart beats fast and loud. I find a stick and draw a house in the sand around Mama and Baba to keep them safe. "Is this home now?" I ask. Mama hugs me and says, "No, we have to keep going. I want a life full of hope and wonder for you, and that is no longer possible here." The water. In the morning, my house in the sand is gone, but there are boats. The people in the boats wave at us to quickly get in. Everyone rushes down the docks and the boats fill up fast. Mama, Baba, and I squeeze together. There aren't enough life vests for everybody, but Mama and Baba make sure I get one. Our boat whooshes into the ocean, creaking and groaning as the waves pull us back and forth, making my stomach feel funny. An older woman smiles and gives me a smooth purple plum from a crumbled brown bag. I thank her and eat it as slowly as I can. It's sweet and sticky and reminds me of summertime. During the day, the bright, hot sun burns our faces. I can taste the salt in the air and my throat feels sore and scratchy. At night, the wind makes us shiver, so we huddle together to stay warm. I try to count the stars in the sky. I count until I fall asleep. I dream about a woman in space, an astronaut far, far away, all alone in the stars. Does she miss her home as much as I miss mine? I wonder if we could live here in the boat on the water, surrounded by stars and hissing wind. Could this be our home? The camp. We are cold and shivering on the night the people in the blue vests find us with their big, bright lights. I don't know who they are. Angels, Mama says. The angels give us water and shiny blankets and put us on the biggest ship I have ever seen. The ship blares its horn and takes us to a dusty field filled with long blue tents. Inside, there are floor mats to sleep on and picnic tables with warm food to eat. I even get new clothes, a clean pair of shoes, and a book about mischievous parrot. I read it so much, I know it by heart. There are many children in the camp, just like me. We eat together, and sometimes we fight, but mostly we chase one another from tent to tent, playing funny games and meeting new people. We meet doctors, teachers, shop owners, a veterinarian, a judge, and a chef, just like Baba. We even meet a gymnast who teaches us how to do handstands. The wait. Some days the wind howls and shrieks and shakes the tents like a monster from a story. Other days it rains so hard we can't stay dry no matter where we stand. And every night Mama and Baba whisper to each other in the dark. I stay awake listening to the sound of their voices. Sometimes they cry and I get scared. I squeeze my eyes shut and scrunch myself up into a tiny ball under my blanket until I feel like I can almost disappear. But I never do. Mama and Baba fill out a big stack of papers. For our visas, says Mama. Pieces of paper that let us live somewhere else, explains Baba. Somewhere safe, so that we can have a life again. Where? I ask. America, says Mama. I know America. Every day after school, I would race home to watch an American cartoon that made me laugh until my stomach hurt. But that was before the rockets, and the road, and the boats, and the water, and the tents. America. I say it over and over to myself. Could that be home? The goodbye. It takes a long time to get our visas, so long that summer turns into fall and fall turns into winter. Finally, one spring morning, we get the good news. Accepted. We say our goodbyes to all our friends in the camp. So many did not get visas, and so many are still waiting. So many will try again and again and again to get permission for a new life. We are the lucky ones. On the airplane, Mama lets me sit by the window so I can watch the clouds. I see mountains and fields, lakes and rivers, and lots of ocean. I think about all the creaky boats filled with people down there in the water. What does it look like where we're going? I ask. Green, I hope, sighs Mama. I hope there are trees for me to climb, I say. And lots of books, comfy bed, seashells, and chocolate ice cream. Mama and Baba laugh. It has been a very long time since I've heard them laugh like that. The arrival. Mama says asylum means a safe space in which we can build a life again full of possibility. The people from the resettlement agency take us to get our papers stamped and our pictures taken. They give us water and snacks and put us in a car that takes us far away from the airport. I look out the window and I wonder where we're going. Trees and buildings whiz by in a blur of shapes and colors, and sunlight dances across our faces. We live in an apartment now, the one with the red door. We celebrate our first night with a picnic on our checkered blanket. Here, the ground doesn't rumble and shake, and the buildings stay buildings tall with shiny glass that twinkles like magic. The lucky ones. Every week we go to the community center where we take classes to learn English and more about America. We meet many others just like us. Refugees, that's what we're called. Whenever we visit the center, we meet new people and make new friends. We talk and play and talk some more, remembering over and over again that we escaped the danger, that we are the lucky ones. One hot summer afternoon, a brick crashes through our window with a note that says, "Go home." I look through the broken glass and see the ones who threw the brick, running away, laughing. I want to yell to them. I can't. I wonder if they are the same people I see on the news, the ones who want us to leave, the ones who stare and make faces when we go to the store or the park. Baba hugs me close and says, think about the people who smile and say, welcome. And how are you? The people who bring food and flowers and toys and books. We turn the brick into a candle holder, lighting candles every night, trying to make good out of bad. The puzzle pieces. Still, sometimes Baba gets a sad look on his face and Mama cries at night. She says she feels like a lost puzzle piece. Maybe I'm a lost puzzle piece too, looking for a place where I fit. Baba says we need to find our puzzle pieces and put them together. So he built a window box for Mama to grow flowers in our little apartment. And Mama paints constellations on the ceiling of my bedroom so that I can count stars whenever I can't fall asleep. 2 little pieces fall into place. I go to school now. From my classroom window, I see beautiful oak trees with winding branches that reach out for me like arms, lifting me up as I climb them with my friends. I learn new things I didn't know before, and every day I find new puzzle pieces. On weekends, Mama, Baba, and I explore the city, parks and museums, movie theaters and cafes, and the grocery store. We even find spices from our country. Baba gets so excited he invites our new friends over and cooks a big, delicious dinner. Everyone brings something to share. We spend the evening trying new and old flavors, missing and remembering the places we come from. Home. One day someone asks me, "Where is home?" And I don't know what to say. Is home here or there? When I think of home, I think about the sweet taste of plums and the sound of Baba's whistling. Books I know by heart and Mama's flowers, checkered blankets and living room picnics, dancing oak trees and evenings spent remembering, seashells on a windowsill and the smell of cinnamon and soap and bread, endless stars on sleepless nights which remind me they'll always be there, no matter what. Maybe the astronaut isn't alone. Maybe she's with the stars, a part of them, twinkling and sparkling together like a song. Maybe home is all the little pieces we find and plant like seeds. Maybe the home we make grows from moments of love, happiness, hope, and wonder. Moments that make me feel like the world belongs to me and I belong to the world. So even if most days I feel like a puzzle with missing pieces, I always have home with me, helping me fall into place over and over again.